Please don't ask me where I got my wok from. My sister bought it from my mum. But my mum's dead. My sister tells me it comes from Debenhams and they closed down. Welcome back to Al's kitchen. Spring is in the air and I'm going to be doing a curry that contains spring onions. Do you know, I last did this curry 5 years ago, chicken chasni. I got the recipe from a guy in Scotland called Alex Wilkin, who is a master chef in his own right. That's wonderful Chinese and curries. And I saw this recipe, made some tweaks. Now this curry is so popular, especially in Scotland. Yeah, born in Scotland! Well, I've got lots of Scottish followers. I've even got Scottish family. Some of you may be in the know. This curry, I would say, is great for beginners. Why? Because it's decadent, but it's mild and it's so flavoursome. Beautiful with naan, rice or chips. Well, this chasni has been totally rewritten and this recipe is following on from my 30-minute series. I hope you've been loving the Punjabi chicken, the chicken curry and the pathia, which has absolutely skyrocketed to orbit. And it hasn't come crashing down, unlike SpaceX. Sorry, Elon Musk. Maybe try one of my curries. Put some of that curry powder in with your rocket fuel. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to be cooking this in a nice new pan. I know you're always asking me where my pan is. Please don't ask me where I got my wok from. My sister bought it from my mum. But my mum's dead. My sister tells me it comes from Debenhams and they've closed down. But anyway, you may be in luck because I've discovered this wok on Amazon. It's only £28.99p. It's a 36cm cast iron wok. Does the job. You have to buy the lid separately, £9.99 or £8.99. Fits almost perfectly and you're going to be cooking some amazing curries if you choose to buy this. I'll be putting the links in the description box below. I'm not sponsored. Anyway, so as I said, chicken chasni. I'm rambling on a bit, an all new recipe. Feeds for, no base gravy, from scratch in 30 minutes. Follow the video if you love curry, follow the video if you love chasni. I'm going to be trying out my new Guinness Nitro Surge. What a wonderful invention that is. Whole pint in a can, amazing. So let's try this. I've tried before so I know it works. And this is the closest that you'll get to getting a a pub pulled pint. So that's it, you line that bit up with the opening. Turn the switch on, lights up there, see that? And you pour nearly all of the can and it's pumping in some lovely Nitro Surge magic gizmo galore. That's it, and you let that settle and then you finish off the pour. Said to someone, a Russian girl I met, popped down Weatherspoons with me. She didn't know what I was talking about. She said, Weatherspoons, never heard anything like it. She said, what's a Weatherspoons? I said, you've been living in Britain 5 years, you don't know what Weatherspoons is. She'd never heard of it. I said, well, it's a pub. And they serve food as well, and they serve lots of alcohol, cheap price, and if you're lucky you get to watch a fight at the end. She still wasn't impressed. That is magic. That is absolutely... Right, let's get on with these ingredients. For those that don't like the alcohol section, I know it bores you silly. Right, so I've got 400 grams of onion here. Now please do measure out the ingredients. Recipes are just that, they're recipes, they're not guest jobs, they're not dreams. I didn't have an apparition. This has been carefully thought out and written and measured with a measuring spoon where I take out the powders and I even scrape the top so they're nice and level. Anyway, so I've got 400 grams of onion here, blended. Make sure you blend the onions until they're really smooth. This is going to become the lovely smooth BIR style restaurant gravy that you're used to having from your takeaway. Now, some people, majority of you, are doing amazing jobs, but there's a very few that are undercooking the onion. And of course, if you undercook the onion, you're going to get horrible raw onion taste in your curry and you're going to go, oh, it don't taste right. So one thing I can give you is a little tip. If you just put a little bit of killing film over the top of your onion container, put it in the microwave and give it a blast for 3-4 minutes, and that will really heat up those onions and start the sweetening cooking process. So when we cook them out, some of the work's been done. Right, so first of all, this recipe I'm ditching the thighs, even though they're my favourite. I just think with a chicken chasni, breast is best. Anyway, I've got 1 kilo of chicken breast here. As I said, 400 grams of diced blended onion. I've got 3 tablespoons of mango chutney here, 80 ml of single cream, Over to the spices. I've got 2 tablespoons here of Bassar mixed powder. You can use curry powder, Mild Madras Curry powder, or your own blended mixed powder. I'm using my Bassar mix only because I think it's a little bit superior. You can buy this on spicyjoes.co.uk or just use what you have. I'm not about the money, so if you want it, buy it. Here I've got 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder. Here I have half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Here we have half a teaspoon of garam masala. In this little container we have 3 teaspoons of Coleman's mint sauce. Here I have 2 teaspoons of sugar. I have a teaspoon of kasuri methi. I have 4 tablespoons of double concentrate tomato puree. I have 3 tablespoons of Heinz tomato ketchup. Use whatever brand you've got. I've got 3 tablespoons of mixed ginger garlic paste. These are the frozen blocks defrosted. If you want to blend fresh ginger garlic, blend up your ginger garlic and take out 3 tablespoons of the mix. We're going to be using 2 teaspoons of red food colouring. I've left the red food colouring in the container, and the reason I've left it in the container and I haven't measured it out is because I try and not handle it as much as I can. I mean, this stuff is lethal. Forget about your insides. This will destroy furniture. This will destroy your hands. I mean, I use spray bleach to get this off of my hands and run under cold water. So I'm going to take it directly from here. If you don't want to use colouring, and remember a chasni is famous for its colouring. So I would say with a chasni, do use it. These are the ones that the Indian restaurants use. You can use TRS brand. I got this in a shop in Manchester when I was up there last summer. So I would say use the colouring. Some people using beetroot powder. I don't think it's as effective, but it will redden up your curry. Right, so for garnish, we've got some fresh chopped coriander, some fresh chopped spring onion. We've also got 500 ml of boiling hot water, 150 ml of oil. Any excess oil can be scooped off at the end of the curry. Right, so let's start the cooking. Right, so let's put in all of the oil. Remember, this is for 4 or 5 people. If you're not greedy, you might squeeze out 6. So the first stage, like the other 30-minute videos, is 10 minutes frying out the onion. And again, I'm going to put 10 minutes on the timer. And don't become obsessed with the time. Do what you've got to do until you achieve the end result. So I'm going to keep an eye on this for 10 minutes. But while you're waiting, check out the footage of what the end result of this curry is going to be like. Right, there you go. So that's the first 10 minutes. And as you can see, we've browned off this blended onion really nice. I've been with it the whole time. Don't leave this. If your onions burn, game over. But now we're going with the spices. So there's the mixed powder, garam masala, the turmeric, and the Kashmiri chili powder. Just mix them in. It does get nice and thick here, so make sure you have like a little glass of water on the side just to loosen things up, like I had here. And what you'll find is that in Indian kitchens they have water on hand because they cook this way from scratch. There we go. Cook out all those lovely spices. Now we're going to go in with the tomato concentrate. Right, let's have a little splash of water to loosen that down. Again, no amounts. You don't need to count the amounts or measure the amounts of water. Mix that all through like we've done in our previous 30-minute curry recipe. That's it. Now that's our curry paste. But now we're going to add the kilo of chicken, and we're going to coat all that chicken in the curry base. Make sure you've got a nice little silicone hand grip for this because the handles are hot. I don't know who they thought was going to buy this pan. Someone with asbestos hands. That's it. So the chicken, nice and easy. We're going to add 500 ml of water. Give that another stir, be careful. And then we're going to cook that for 10 minutes. I might pop back halfway just to see how it's getting on, yeah? Lid on, 10 minutes. I would usually use my Alexa, but I know I'll be setting off all your Alexas. Oh, I forgot the ginger garlic. That's got to go in. That would have gone in with the spices, right? Let's put that in now. Back in 10. So this is phase 2 completed. Let's see what we've got. There we go. So that's well on the way. We have one 10-minute section left, but we have got to perfect this curry and turn it into a chasni, the Perfecto Zone. So in with the last lot of ingredients, let's go in with the mango chutney. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Any brand to do. The tomato ketchup. Some of you think tomato ketchup in a curry. This is what the restaurants are doing. This is what you've been eating for years. You just didn't know it. Tell you, you'll make a fool of yourself if you resist it, especially if you've been eating curries over the years. Right, now we go in with the Coleman's mint sauce. Again, it doesn't have to be Coleman's. Right, let's turn that in slowly. Right, some of you are thinking, oh, it's not quite looking like a chasni. Right, so here we go in with the red colouring. So I wouldn't really worry about it. Remember, we're eating colouring in cakes, in icing, lollies, ice cream. They all have this in it. Now this last 10 minutes, which I'm going to set now, is with the lid off. And we want to reduce it down and thicken the curry up a little bit. There we go. See that red bleeding into there. And again, if you want more than 2 teaspoons, if it's not quite the red that you like or are used to, add more. Remember, when we add the cream, this is going to lighten up a little bit. So we're not finished yet. Just a dash of lemon juice. Right, so I'll be back in the last 10 minutes and we'll see what we're left with. Right, I'm in the zone. Curry's finished, almost. Look at those colours. All the oil's risen to the top. As you curry connoisseurs will know, show you that the curry is almost done. Now at the moment, this is looking like a hot lava, fiery curry. That's all about to change when we add the cream. Before I do, I just want to show you the colour with the LED. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. That is absolutely astoundingly good, isn't it? Oh yeah, sorry Matthew. In the hand, put that in there nice and fresh. Layer that in. Oh, beautiful. Now the cream gives it the body. It gives it that lovely silky smooth, you know, makes it easy to swallow. That's it, let's turn that in. One chicken chasni. Wow, look at all that amount of gravy. That is absolutely beautiful, right? Right, so that's about finished. Let's turn off the gas. Garnish this with some lovely fresh chopped coriander. Drop it from a height so you get that nice, even, random spread. Woo! Look at that, I could have done better myself. Chopped spring onion. If you ain't got any chopped spring onion, don't let it stop you from cooking this. Oh wow. And there we have chicken chasni for 4. Oh god, the camera's wonky. Oh my god, it's beautiful.